I have a few minutes to kill today, so this video is going to start off, it may be a vlog video, I don't know yet. It might start off as a vlog and end up as something else. I don't know, but if it sounds like something you're interested in, hang around. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I am glad you're here. Whether you are a new viewer or you are a returning viewer. While I am waiting for my turn on the backhoe, I figured I need to get some sewing done. Because I only have half of my squares completed, my 9 block squares. So I figured, why not bring y'all along on the journey with me. So there is no rhyme nor reason into my color placement, as you can see. Well, there is, but there isn't. Like, this square has 2 gray, this one only has 2, and this one has 4. Wait, right? Yeah, 4. So it's all up in the air. So I figured, I could go ahead and get some squares put together so that when I have a moment, I can sew them together. The question is, do I want to do that on the video or what? Like I said, I'm not 100% sure which way this video is going to go. So what I may do, instead of doing the pins, because what I was gonna do initially, I made these on my bedroom, on my bed in my bedroom, on a flannel, black piece of flannel over here. But I thought it would probably be a little easier on me if I were to build a square, turn, sew it, and be done with it. I don't know if that's going to work. And I don't know that I have time to do that today. So I thought, why not put them together? I am washing my grandson's blanket so that he can have it. And, I'm excited. Okay, so I have the 9 block squares in front of me, so I know my center. That's obvious, right? Okay, so I'm going to do my center, and then I just have to build around that center for the star, because it's called Starry Charms. And to give you a recap, if you've not been here before, or if you've not seen this, this is for my great nephew's blanket. My nephew and his wife are expecting their first baby May 21st. So I have got to get this done. I've not even finished the top, y'all. I don't have time. I have got to get this done. I wanted to have it done before the baby's born, but I didn't expect to have my son to rent a backhoe for 2 months either. So, yeah. All right. I'm trying to get my half square triangles. So this is one. This is one. This is one. This is one. And this is one. So I see I have a light and a dark version of that, which I think is cute. And oh, I just realized in this square right here, I put the dark solid with the light half triangle. Oh well. Then I have some grays, which I have these light grays, dark gray, solid gray, and some that got folded. some mixed gray, and I don't know how my solid gray got in with my half square triangles. But anyway, I'm going to build the half square triangles around my solid for my square. And then I can decide how I want to place the solid squares. All right. Let's see. I'm going to wonder if this is going to be any easier than or harder than it was when I was doing doing it on the bed, and I could see an entire row. Actually, I did 2 rows, and I think that's probably better. Let's face it, but we're gonna try it. Okay, so I need one more. And the bad thing about doing it this way, y'all, is I can't show you. Well, we'll call this block 1, okay? And if I can remember, actually, let me make a note to myself, because we know since that concussion, my memory is not good. I was going to say crap, but that's being truthful. It is. It's not good at all. All right, so where is my pen? I swear, y'all, if this thing right here was not attached, I would lose it. Okay. Oh. All right. So, actually, we're going to use the back of that. All right, square 1. So, what I can do is I can show you at the end, if this video is the way I want it to, I can show you at the end how it ends up. All right, now I have a lot of solids here, so I'm going to use a solid there. Which way do I turn it? All right, now I have 2 aquas and 2 grays. Now I need to build up the solid blocks. I'll do a solid gray there, because it was there. Why not? And since I don't have any polka dots, I'm going to do a solid polka dot. Actually, I'm going to do a solid polka dot up there. That way it this dark gray stands out really, really bad unless I put another darker color with it. So I think that's what I'm going to do on that. All right, making sure all my half square triangles are correctly laid so that when I go to put them together and then sew them, I don't have an upside down triangle. Kind of like I did before, huh? All right, so I have an aqua and a gray solid, so I need I think I'm gonna need another aqua. Let's go for the cracked look right here, and I wanted to have something different than I have here, and I don't have, let's see, these 2 are represented in my half square triangles. So I don't want to repeat those in the block. So those are put to the side. Now let's see what I have. I already have one of those. I already have one of those. Can't use those. And I also have the light version of the polka dot. But I don't know that I want to use that, since I do have the dark version already in the square. Dilemmas, y'all. But that's it as far as aqua. So I have 2 aqua half squares, 2 gray half squares. Now I have, so, okay, if I were to do this evenly, I would need at least 1 more gray, so I might just do that. Let's see. These 2 are out of the running because my half square triangles have these in them. I already have 1 solid gray, So that honestly just leaves me with this. I have no choice. I mean, I do have a choice. I don't have to do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way. And when I say I don't have a choice, it's just referring to having that. Now, when I was doing those, I was folding them from center to left. All right. That's what we're gonna do. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cheat and just do the clips. Actually, I don't know. I have to think on that, because right now I will take the center squares and fold them right side on right side with the left line. But how will I keep them? All right, so I wish I could show y'all. I'm trying to be as descriptive as I can so that you understand what I'm doing. So now I have my 3 squares on the right, but I want to keep them in line so that when I go to sew them, that 1/2 square triangle is not messed up. So I think what I'm going to do is open it back up. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to open it back up for just a moment, take a picture of it. Oh, I can't. I'm recording on my phone. Okay. So I'm going to open it back up, and just for this purpose, I'm going to take that right side, fold it to the center, and clip it. Easy peasy. And I will try to show y'all what I mean here in just 1 second. Because if I do it this way and I unfold it when I'm ready to sew, which I think I just heard the door open, so I may be going to backhoe duty really fast. All right. Yeah. Okay. So this is essentially what I have going on. See, I have them clipped. Now, what you're seeing as your top is my left. So if you'll turn your head sideways, that's the way it's laying on the table. And that way, yeah, this makes sense to me. I can do this. No, that does not make sense, because when I go to fold that doesn't work. Actually, I can just literally lay it on the table behind me in this form. There we go. And then, yes. All right, so this will be square 1. I need to tear this out. Square 1. We're going to do square 1 right there. And then as I build the other squares, I may just put them here on the table so that I just, after I finish this square, I can turn around and grab another square. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to do 1 more square before I go check to see if that front door opening and closing means that it's my turn or not. All right, so I'm going to have to kind of consult this a little bit. Actually, honestly, I could build every square like that, but I don't want it uniform. All right, so I used these squares and that dark square, which I have no more of. All right, so I do still want to do 2 and 2. Some of them will be uneven like that because I didn't have that foresight when I went to go doing those first squares. So let's do swirls. We're gonna do swirls right there. So take those out of the solid running. And I think I'm going to do a solid gray half square triangle on the other. Now, hold on a second. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I did right. Yes, I did. Okay. All right. I just checking myself. It doesn't hurt to check behind yourself, because you never know if you think, oh, I did that, and then you didn't. So it helps to check behind yourself. Okay. Now, so right now I only have 3 patterns of gray half square triangles left, but I have 4 of teal. So this is where it's going to get a little uneven. I will probably wait until the very end to do that. All right, so I'm going to use my cracked scaly ones. And then, did I do? Yeah, I did. I did up and down. All right, I'm going to mix it up a little bit this time. I'm going to do, I think I did a solid. I did. But I'm going to do this again because I have more of these than anything. So I'm going to do those. So that means no solid aqua in the running. But that does mean I can use this square this time. I'm going to put that down here in the corner, offset from the other. And I'm going to do that right there in that corner. Perfect. Ooh, that's a lot of gray right there. All right, so I'm going to trade off corners, and that's fine. When I'm looking at it like this, it is indeed harder because I don't have the rest of the blanket. But if Donna Jordan taught me anything in her tutorials, it is you can always turn, once you make these squares, you can always turn them for a different look. And I can't do this because I have a half square triangle of that. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. I'm trying. All right, now since I don't have any polka dots, I might do 2 polka dots in this one. I don't know, because I have a lot of polka dots. What do I have more of? Ooh, I have more of the dark polka dots. So I think I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna do a dark polka dot on that one. Okay, sounds good. All right, well, this is actually working out better than I thought, bringing y'all with me, because are y'all the kind of crafter that kind of talks to yourself while you're doing stuff? I am. I'll admit it. So this way, I'm actually talking to you. It really doesn't matter. I talk to myself all the time, and I don't feel bad about it. But at least when you talk to yourself, you can tell if you're right or not. Because it used to be, I would say, well, you know, if I answer myself, I'm never wrong. No. Life is not like that. But, let's see. I am going to take a break here in just 1 second and find out if it is my turn to go on the backhoe. And if not, I might sew these 2 squares, or at least this first square. I could sew it together so I could have an idea if this vlog style will work with this. Because I would love to make a square, sew it, and show it to you. But with the schedule that I'm keeping right now, I don't know that I will be able to do that on this. And this video may not even come out until after I've done shipped it off to my great nephew. I don't know. We shall see. Now most podcasters would not admit that to you, but you know what? Y'all know me. I'm real, and y'all are here for the ride along, right? All right, square 2. I'll give you a little preview of that. Sideways now. Remember, the left side is up near my hand. So hopefully that color combination will be nice. We will see. All right, so you will either see me have a square done. I don't know what you're going to see me doing yet. We shall see. Where's my little clicker thing? I have this neat little handy gadget that came. I don't know where it's at. It's a little piece that I can cut my. There it is. It's a little piece that I can cut my camera on and off with, and it came with the mounting thing that my son got me for Christmas. So I will be back. Okay, so we're gonna try it this way for this morning because I'm having technical difficulties. All right, so I have square one finished. I can take my little thing off of here. So that's square one. All right, and then I have square two. Now, I know everything's not lining up perfectly on my corners, and I think that will get better the more I get used to half square triangles. I'm just having a little bit of difficulty. Just a little bit. All right, so on this piece, I think what I'm going to do, because I'm really running out of time, I'm going to put together a couple squares here so that y'all could see how I was doing it. And then I will just take off running off camera and then come back and show you the results. Sound fair? All right, so we're just going to do like, I'm going to try to get it right here in most of the camera. All right, we'll go with a solid gray down here or up here. For you, it's down here, but I'm right here. Y'all forgive me. I had to use my supplemental ring light up here because it's early in the morning. The sun is just now trying to wake up. So we are trying to do the best we can. All right, and this is that way. Now I get to add my solids. Okay, I cannot use that solid nor that solid. All right, so those two are out of the running. So I have, let's go with a darker aqua. I wonder how that would look if I did. Actually, that's not bad. But I try not to use the polka dots in the same square together. But I might have to, because I have a lot more of those than I thought. I had to check to see which side of the fabric I was on. I can't use this square because of this. I can't use that solid gray, so I have, that is a very dark gray. Well, I don't have a choice, y'all. Guess what? These are my only 3 grays that I have left. So I'm going to have to use, I think I'm going to just have to use this one right here. I mean, there's no hard and fast rule, hard and fast rule, but I kind of try to, do it that way. All right, so we're going to label this one as square one. This is what I was telling y'all about. I'm going to pop this right here at the top so I remember this is square one. I might not even do squares at this point. I don't know. But I fold them over like this. I clip them together. This is what I was doing off camera the other day. hear the kittens and Maya playing around. It's first thing in the morning. Everybody's energy except mine is 100%. I'm not kidding, y'all. I'm at the end of my energy level. Okay, so let's do this one. And I'm reaching almost all the way across my work table to do this because the way I set my camera up. All right, we're going to try to do this quickly. Well, I mean, not quickly, but... All right. So square one is done. I'm going to move this over to my sewing machine. All right, square two. Let's build it. Let's build this puppy. Okay. Okay, this is square two. All right, square two is complete. So it's going to go over here on my table. Okay, pardon me. On this one, you see that I ran out. I had to use 2 of these and this in the same thing, and then I had to use 2 alike, so it's not all perfect, but I will be back and I will show you how this turns out. Okay, yep, I'm back. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the ones I did. This is square 1. Square 2. Yes, I know, not all of my corners are matching up. Square 3. And this is my last square. This is where I had to duplicate different, or the same colors in the same square. Okay, now, y'all, forgive my hair. I have not really done much with it this morning. It's just one of those days. All right, so that leaves me with 14 squares that mostly I'm happy with. I'm not crazy about how some of my corners are lining up, but I think that's my fault because I didn't go in back and trim all of those half square triangles like I was supposed to. Lesson learned, okay? Lesson learned. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. This is my first mistake, okay? That one right there. Let me hold this. That one right there. This one, I think I am 100%, no, I think I'm 90% sure that I'm going to replace it. This one, I may not. I may leave this one. And if you don't see the mistake, great, but I'm going to point it out to you. This one right here is turned. It should be doing, it should be the opposite of this one, but it is the same. So you see that kind of that line that it makes. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go and lay everything out on the bed. I can't right now. My husband's still asleep. But I think I'm going to lay everything out on the bed and put these 2 squares in there and see what I think. If so, I may only replace this one because that one is so glaringly obvious to me. And to most quilters, I'm sure. This one I may let ride. I don't know. Because I won't know until I get everything laid out on the bed and put the squares where I want them to be. So, wish me luck on that. Because I still have to sew all 16 squares. Oops, I'm hitting the table again. Sorry. I have to sew all 16 squares together, and then I have to put my binding on. Put my border on, quilt them together with my backing, and I think I have a gray backing. I know I bought that one piece as a gray backing, but I forgot that there was some that I bought when we were going out of business at Joann. It was 108 inch, and from North Columbia or West Columbia. I can't remember. It wasn't from my store because people pretty much just wiped my store out quick before it was even really good discounts. But to be fair, our Joann was the only one over there in Augusta or anywhere near that area. Columbia had the 2. They had West Columbia and North Columbia. But anyway, so I'm going to move forward with that and see if I like that gray, because that was 108 inch and I won't have to seam any, to get a good backing. I'm going to put these on top so that I am constantly aware of them. But y'all, that means I have got all 16 squares done. And I'm ecstatic. Ecstatic. Now, I hope this looks as good as I think it's going to look once I lay everything out. But, you know, 16 squares is going to make a 48 by 48 baby quilt. That's pretty big, because I don't know why I was thinking, I guess because a lot of baby blankets are 30 by 30 or 30 by 40, you know, because if it's a crib blanket, 48 by 48 is substantial. But that's okay. That means that it'll grow with him. And as far as I'm aware, they have not chosen a name, or they've not made the name known. Or I might have decided to put some stitching, some embroidery or something like that with his name. Sorry. I keep hitting the table. But, you know, something with a little personalization on one of the squares, you know, just with his name. I can't do his birthday unless I give it to them afterwards. I could just do his name or his initials. I could do that. So, we'll see. But anyway, I want to get this done and get it laid out. I can't today. My daughter-in-law should be today, because today's a backhoe day. And she should be rolling up pretty soon here and saying, you know, let's get to work. And like I said, I can't do anything more because I need to lay that out. And I can't with my husband in the bed. So I'm going to get off here and see what I can get into, because there is some knitting that I can get into and while I'm waiting on her to come up or to text me. But who knows? I mean, she might have already texted me while I was recording. So, because y'all, I've been trying to record this outro 4 times because I'm standing, and I know exactly how my camera needs to be when I'm sitting, but when I'm standing, it's all variables, right? So I'm going to get off here, and I hope that you have a great day or night or evening whenever you're watching this. I'm definitely going to go find something fun to get into before I have to actually get out there and work. But regardless, I hope your day goes well. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care of you. Bye.